welcome to the Gone Traveling podcast. We look at the BKT EuroCup, the road to greatness. The road to greatness has eight more teams. That's all they got left. We've reached the quarterfinals. We, being myself, David Hein, and over in Valencia, Sergio Llebres. Sergio, how you doing, man?
Hi, David. I'm a little bit better than you. That you look tired there in Belgrade for the next year, but
Yeah,
we had a very fun round in the Euro Cup.
yeah,
Very good
short,
matches. Yeah,
short and sweet, short and sweet.
this season is being crazy with very good matches in the regular season and in the playoffs. We had history made also, so let's talk about it. Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's start with the first one. I guess one just where so people have followed the podcast over the past season, over the past or the entire season, kind of know we've picked you know different players, surprises, etc. We're just going to break down the four games, give a couple of opinions, whatnot, and then
Yeah.
move on. So your thoughts, Cluj going to Vilnius and knocking off Wolves in overtime. Just just an amazing game.
Yeah, I think Cluj showed the potential they had. This is a team that has been very regular all the season, through all the season. So for me, the Romanians were like a step back behind from Wolves during the first half of the game, and they had a lot of character and personality to come up. I think you look at the stats of Xavier Simpson and think that he plays alone, but then you look at the box score and also the team stats, and and you see that Cluj through all the season has been top five, top three in PIR, like in total for the team, in PIR, in rebounding, in assists, in points. It is because of Xavier Simpson, but without all the team and all the pieces getting along together, it's impossible. And I think here the coach has a very good job. So props to them. And in the double OT, in a game that finishes with a double OT, uh, any team could win. Also, props to Anthony Cowan that made a great game again, and he seemed like the homologue of Xavier Simpson. It was like a pretty much a 1v1 game. 27 PIR for Cowan, 28 for Xavier Simpson, and it was very fun to watch. And at the first in the first two quarters, I think it was going to the win goal where was going to Wolves, but Cluj responded very well.
Yeah, I mean, I talked in the preview that this guard matchup was going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
Um, Cohen and Simpson's definitely showed up. Simpson definitely showed up. Uh, Andrews as well. Makoko really, I was kind of expecting a little bit more from Makoko.
Mhm.
We did get a chance to see, this Cluj team was also got a little bit of inspiration as well from their captain, Petro Kashard.
Yeah,
Came back, I think it was his first game since like round 4 or 5 or something like that.
yeah,
And I mean, he's been one of the faces of that club for ages. He's been with them since, let's see here, I think since 18, is that right? No, since 2019.
yeah.
That's a long time. That's a long time for an American to stay at a club like that. And but what you always I always had the feeling with Cluj the entire season. Sometimes it just didn't work out, but you always knew that they had different guys that could step up. Guzman scoring 15. Stevens coming scoring 15, 17 and 10. Hankins, they have different weapons, and to see a guy like Makoko only score seven and you still win in double overtime, and even your shooters didn't necessarily do very much. I mean, you look at Salin and Orlek, one 3-pointer in six attempts. So and now they get the big bad Valencia boys, and this is a team that was leading Valencia by what I think 17, right?
Yeah, 15,
In the
17
first,
in the first half. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and then kind of fell apart. And
Oh, and also David Valencia broke the record of triples in that game. That's
that
why they
game,
won.
yeah,
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 that's why they won.
yeah, and I think you posted the interview or the post game speech in the locker room from the Cluj coach.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got no pressure. There's no pressure on this team, you know. And they're going to go to Spain, knowing that they had Valencia, I don't know necessarily on the ropes, but they were playing pretty good ball, and it took, as you said, an amazing performance by Valencia to get out of that. I guess we'll actually do our pick afterwards.
yeah.
But so yeah, let's move on to the second one then. And that was the only blowout of the eighth finals, and that was Turk Telekom knocking off Borussia. Not something that we picked. We both actually had we both
Yeah,
actually had Borussia to go on, and Turk Telekom made us look pretty bad. They Budusnos had a couple of good, second and third quarters, but never really were able to kind of get into the big lead that Turk Telecom put together. And, they just had so many more weapons. The home crowd was really good. And, Macondo was 16. Brown was amazing with 20. Alexander was fantastic. And for a team that has at times looked bad offensively, has been struggled. They did a really good job. Speedy Smith and Olivier Hanlon. 15 assists combined.
yeah,
26 assists. Uh, uh, they really did a good job. Shot 72%. It's just crazy. And you look at the numbers and you think about it, how bad this game actually could have been if Borussia doesn't grab 19 offensive rebounds.
yeah. I was going to say that Haaland and Kenny Smith had a great role there because combining both, they only had 9 field goals attempted during all the game, but they had 15 assists out of this 26. That's crazy. And the one that get advantage of that is Kyle Alexander. He didn't miss any shot. He's been fantastic all the season, and he showed he's great for this EuroCup level. I think he's one of the centers that started the season very, very well, adding double doubles uh, a week, every once a week. So um, great job for him, and also like Anthony Cowan, Xavier Simpson, always Anthony Brown appears when it's necessary. He didn't have a great performance, but the 20 points are key there. And yeah, Budućnost for me it was kind of a disappointment because there were a lot of guys that were a lot of time on the court that didn't give a little bit of something during the game. So yeah, here the 19 rebounds saved the no, they didn't really save nothing, but as you said, they helped to to not get a very very bad blowout. So yeah, This was for us a very bad choice, a very bad pick. But
They didn't have Budusnos didn't have uh, Yogi Ferrell,
yeah,
Slovakovic also didn't play, but the way that Turk Telekom was rolling, I don't know if they really would have made that much of a difference. You know, I mean they got hit by a buzzsaw and so yeah, Turk Telekom now with a home game. Is that right? They have a home game
yeah.
against Hapoel Tel Aviv.
Oh, well, Hapoel. Oh,
Yeah, Hapoel Tel Aviv.
Hapoel Tel Aviv has the home game because they were expecting them in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Um,
The way that it's put on the
yeah,
bracket
it's kind
looked a
of
little.
confusing. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. And we our great picks, which mean nothing, but um we both had Tel Aviv getting past Borusnos, and so I guess we're gonna have to talk about this one again afterwards. Next game was the Cedevita against Besiktas game. The two smart guys over in Germany and in Valencia both picked Besiktas to, to to take down
Yeah.
to take to take down Cedevita, and Cedevita also said, "Hey guys, what do you don't know what you're talking about?" So what do you think of Cedevita?
A great game. The second half was great for Cedevita. I think they scored like 54 points. Yeah,
54
54
points.
points.
Yeah,
They were great. And mm, if you saw the first half of the match, you would think that Besiktas had the game because of the rhythm. They were playing a lot better, smarter, and Cedevita was kind of disorganized. Weren't really showing up. Besides Devin Robinson, that had a very good game from the beginning and to the final. But then players like D. Stewart appeared. Nikolic with 5 points to finish the first half was key to reduce the disadvantage. Then at the end of the game, also he gave a couple of assists that were very good, and also Joan Beringer that he's now the starter center. Well, now and when he arrived to the team practically because the other guy is Andrija Stepanovic. So that he was also that he arrived also with the season began. So a great game. I like this team a lot, but I was hoping that Besiktas had more I don't know experience to affront this game to face this kind of situations, and they tore apart in the last quarter. And yeah, the home court advantage made a lot here for Cedevita, and let's see how far they can go after um, recording 117 record in the last season. This is
you
uh,
keep going back to that.
yeah, you can get any better than this, so incredible for them.
It's they have guards that score. You look at Devontae Jones. You look at
Brinson,
Lamar. You
Brinson,
know,
yeah.
Blazic didn't have to do anything in this game, but the veteran's going to be there when it counts. Um, Stewart's 13 points, and so yeah, this is a team that's has been lurking in there pretty much the whole season. But yeah, didn't necessarily think this was going to go this way. Great game by Kyle Allman, 13,
Yeah.
14 assists. Um, and but yeah, just wasn't enough. You have to slow the other team down, and they look at 35 free throws for Cedevita. You know, it was crazy. 22
Yeah.
for the other side.
And
And
Brinson,
now, sorry.
Yeah, nah, and Brinson Lemar had 13 of 13 in free throws. He
Yeah,
was deadly from there.
yeah. And now they go and meet Bahcesehir, College Istanbul, in the quarterfinals, and we'll get to that in a minute. Last game was Gran Canaria against Ryer. Ryer, my pick. Gran Canaria, your pick.
Mhm.
One, one for me, one for you.
Yeah,
Uh, over the uh, over the eighth finals. Gran Canaria. I'm still kind of a little surprised that they were able to do this. But it was a very entertaining game,
Mhm.
and there it was cool to see Guama play such a big role, knowing that he won this whole thing last year with Paris, and with Allison going down, he provides something that they kind of need, and you know you Brasina's going to show up, you know, and like who won it for them? You look who won it for them, and it was Guama and Thomason, guys who are quick and can score, and that's you
yeah,
know
yeah. Thomas.
that's what you need, and I thought the depth of those guards at Ryer was going to be able to slow them down, but they just weren't able to.
Yeah, Tyler Earnings had a very good game, mostly in the second half. Also, Sparks started very sorry, Jordan
Jordan,
Parks.
Jordan Parks, yeah.
Yeah, started very well in the second half. At the beginning, he led a 0-10 run or a 0-8 run to flip the game because Gran Canaria was winning at the half, and Venice came back. Um, Tyler Ennis, Jordan Parks were crazy. Kabengele at the beginning was key also, but he went down. And knowing that Gran Canaria has guys like LBC, Thomason, guys that are very good from the three, not the 3-point line, but from the front court, back court, sorry. Um, I think Venice had to do a better job defensively because I don't know. We know about the quality of Joe Thomason, but he had a lot of freedom to create shots and opportunities for the rest. And also guys like Mikel Salvo, Pierre Pelos, like the glue guys had opportunities because of that. And they were disadjusting a lot on defense. And well, and Brusino, that is a guy that almost scores every time, and he's one of the main offensive players. Had three steals, one key block to win the game, and then Pierre Pelos had the triple to like kill Venice. So Gran Canaria is all about glue guys with a couple of players that lead in offensively. Well, almost every successful EuroCup team is like that. Cedevita, Cluj-Napoca, teams that we have just talked about. So yeah, Gran Canaria at home, I think is very dangerous. As I said in the last episode, I get to see them almost every week, and I can confirm that they play differently at home, and if they have the opportunity to win in the quarterfinals, they're going to be a really bad problem because of the 3 game span of the semifinals. So let's see Gran Canaria.
Yeah, first though, it's do or die,
Yeah,
one single game elimination in the quarterfinals. So there, Gran Canaria will play um, at the Alexander Nikolic Hall in Belgrade. They're going to be playing Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem. So we have our quarterfinal set. Let's go in the order that the league has them, Bahcesehir, number one seed,
Yeah.
and and they have to go after against Cedevita. I think they were kind of hoping to maybe get a matchup with Istanbul Derby Besiktas, but they get Cedevita. Lots of weapons, both sides. What do you think?
From this time, you guys, you don't need to listen to us right now because we're going to
Yeah,
explain
right.
everything. So, yeah, this is a quite interesting match because of the hype from Cedevita. As we commented before with Cluj, a team that has nothing to lose right now, and they are very confident because of this very hard win. Uh, Bahcesehir, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and Valencia, they don't really have the EuroCup rhythm right now because I cannot remember the last when was the last regular season game, the 18th round, because it was like almost a month ago. So um, I think the teams that win in the eighth finals and get to the quarterfinals in an elimination game again have a better feeling, and yeah, Bahcesehir is a superior team. Half of the team is EuroLeague caliber for sure, but Cedevita, I think they have a little chance to surprise, but uh, this is going to be interesting, but uh, for it's going to end for the side of the Turkish, I think.
You have Bahcesehir winning.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Yeah, I do. I do.
That's the
I, I,
logical
I
option.
think I think their experience of being in the EuroLeague
Yeah,
is going to be a little too much. Um, and it's not like Valencia where they've just like had a cakewalk. They've blasted everybody. But Jasir's been in quite a few tight games, and
yeah,
so
yeah,
and you've seen that. I mean, I for me, Killian Smith is an MVP candidate because also the way that he stepped up and produced late in games for that. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I have Budget going into the semifinals.
yeah.
Next game is on the other side of that bracket. The winner of Budget will play against the winner between Jerusalem and Gran Canaria. So let's see. You had,
I Gran Canaria, I think.
yeah, you had Gran Canaria, and I had there.
Yeah, I
But we
Apoel.
both we both had Hapoel Jerusalem losing to either of our teams.
Yeah, that
So
means that we don't trust Hapoel Jerusalem here.
yeah, your team won. Your team won. Are you sticking with your Gran
Yeah,
Canaria boy?
for sure. Because first of all, I have like two or three keys for this game that give me the answer of Gran Canaria, the early answer. Because first of all, they don't really play at home. They played in Bulgaria, if I remember well. That's the
Yep.
first thing. The second thing,
This game, however, will be in the Alexander Nikolic Hall
okay.
in
Well,
Belgrade. This
yeah,
game.
yeah, in Belgrade, yeah. But it's not Jerusalem. That's one.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, sorry. That's a main thing when it comes to an elimination game in playoffs, that all the pressure for Gran Canaria is like nothing for them. Then Gabi Chachashvili with the torn ACL, key, because yeah, Austin Wiley is back, but I don't think Austin Wiley is going to play 40 minutes at the best, at his physical state right now, form. So for me, that's like the two keys, and also the choral win that they had in the eighth finals. I think that win gave them momentum here, and also they are rested from the FIBA windows and things like that. So they had a very good opportunity, and yeah, Hapoel depends a lot of on Jared Harper, and if Harper doesn't play very well, their chances get very low. And centers like Wiley of Betty, I don't know if he's going to play. They need to get balls and shots from Harper. So
Um, I, yeah, it don't really matter. I was gonna say they had the FIBA window off, but I mean, I know LBC paid. Did Brasino go down to Argentina and play national team?
uh,
Anyhow, and
he did, but uh,
yeah,
they don't have a lot of guys playing there. So
yeah.
El Salvo
I,
with Spain, and that's it.
yeah, I mean, I picked Ryer to not only beat Gran Canaria, but I picked them to also beat to
Jerusalem.
beat Jerusalem, and I'll stick to that. I'll stick to uh, Gran Canaria. That they're going to. I think that there's just more weapons, and you mentioned Chochovili. That's going to hurt them. They've been struggling pretty much all year with guys in the post. Chochovili was really sort of a revelation for them, and
Yeah.
not having them is really going to hurt. So yeah, Gran Canaria. So we both have Gran Canaria going against Bahcesehir in the semifinal. Let's go to the other side of the bracket and let us start with Hapoel Tel Aviv against Turk Telekom Ankara. So what do we have
Yeah.
here? We had
Played
um,
also
we
played.
both we both had Budućnost. Yeah, we both had Budućnost reaching there, but we both had Tel Aviv advancing.
So you can imagine the result then. Because if the winner of the match that we imagined that they were going to lose, so Tel Aviv 100% for me. I know,
100%. Mm.
yeah. I mean, this is I don't know how to say it in English, but in Spain it's gafe because it happens uh, everything upside down what you say. But I got them. I know that they also play away from Israel, but the quality of the guys and also the quality of the interior rotation is crazy. It's a top EuroLeague level. I don't know, Motley and Caboclo. I know they don't defend pretty well, but you don't need to defend pretty well to Kyle Alexander, because he's like a glue guy from the backcourt. So from the front court, sorry. So Tomer Ginat, for example, one random a guy from the team also is giving a lot of points and a lot of things for Dimitris Itoudis. They have a lot of uh, possibilities in the roster. Blakeney, Jamadar, Marcus Foster. I don't know. Everyone can give a lot, and yeah, here they this is the same case as Hapoel Tel Aviv, Cluj, Cedevita. They depend offensively a lot on Anthony Brown, and and let's see what they can do, and also Kenny Smith. Sorry, so let's see what they can do. But I think each of these has something prepared for Erder camp here.
Tel Aviv's going to win. Yeah, I mean, one of the factors in the game for Turk Telecom was the home fans, and those home fans aren't going to
Yeah,
be there, and so that's going to take a hit. And yeah, I mean, Motley is just a beast, and you just have guys at you have guys at every position that can really change the impact of the game. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
let's stick to that. Okay, semifinal. You're gonna be there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Valencia at home against
Cluj.
Cluj, which is, of course, the game that I picked. And
Yeah.
we talked about it with Cluj right away, the first game. They said, coach said, let's just go there. No pressure. Any chance?
Uh, yeah, 100%, 5% chance for Cluj because of their attitude, and also you need to remember that Valencia had the record in points at the first half against Cluj in the 18th of December, if I'm not wrong. They scored 73 points against Cluj in 2 quarters, and they also had like the record for triples against Cluj away in the first game. So it's true that Cluj has had very good spans of game against Valencia Basket, but overall in a game Valencia rolls. Valencia needs to win the EuroCup. The pressure is there. One of the key things for Cluj would be that they don't need to play with pressure, under pressure. The last game was the first playoff win for them in their history of the EuroCup, because the last year they lost against London Lions in the quarterfinals. They accessed directly, and Valencia has a lot of pressure. Everyone knows that they need to win the title to get the EuroLeague chances to get into the brand new stadium that they are constructing, so building. So the win is for Valencia for me, but Cluj-Napoca has a little bit of chance to surprise.
They do have a chance. I mean, it's just one game, and you have to be happy that you just have one game, that you don't have to worry about trying to beat them twice. You only have
Yeah,
to beat them once. And but I just don't think it's going to happen.
yeah,
I think that Valencia has been preparing preparing for this game the entire season, and they're just gonna know how to do it. And so yeah,
yeah.
so that means our four. Did we disagree on anybody? No, right? We had
We're friends this time.
we're friends this time. Yeah. All right. Then I guess with that, let's just call it a day. I'm already in next gen EuroLeague modus, being here in Belgrade and getting ready for the tournament to start. So why don't you let everybody know where they can find you on the social medias?
Yeah, I'm Llebres 11. It's Llebres 11.
And I am Hein News, HeinNews. That's on Twitter and then also in over at the Blue Sky. Sergio, yeah, enjoy the couple of days before the big games,
Yeah,
and we'll all talk to you next week.
yeah. Have fun there in Belgrade, David. See you guys.